What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 3. There's going to be a Division 1 game between HEHE, who will someday be united, and myInsanity. Here on HeflaTV 2, I'm going to be your only caster for this best of 2 game. I am Mike Loris, and it seems like the newest OBS update completely broke everything, so it seems as though I will have to go and fix all of the game captures, because the game captures of Dota clearly aren't working anymore. So I'm going to kindly ask that you guys bear with me as I try to go through these without having the correct screens up. But what are you going to do? Nothing you could do when OBS asks you to update. You're not going to say no, because what person in their right mind would say no to that question? But anyway, we are going to get into this one a little bit late, and I am disgraced in that fact that I was actually the last one to load in, even though I was the first one in the lobby, so shit, I should be really upset about that. We got ourselves a very interesting draft going on right now. Lycan is being banned out from HEHE. You know, nobody cares about that. myInsanity, though, going to prioritize the Wisp as well as a Tinker. This is something, or you would have seen the Wisp being banned out like years ago, a couple years ago in fact, when Wisp was first picked, and then you would see all sorts of Wisp combinations. Those are the days. Those definitely were the days, but prioritizing that Wisp ban over others is a little bit of a different decision, let's say. I mean, he's a dangerous hero, but it's certainly some hero that could be dealt with. Pick up a Disruptor or something along those lines, send it back, or just get lots of burst damage and kill off the Wisp, or shut down the Wisp's combination early. All these ways are ways that myInsanity could have dealt with the Wisp, but instead they decide to use a first ban, which is a really severe way to go. I mean, that's the best way you're going to have to deal with a hero ever, is just to ban him out. But yeah, myInsanity now sitting on their first pick with the Wisp and Tinker out. I mean, I guess it would make sense for them to ban a Nature's Prophet following, or pick up a Nature's Prophet, but I don't really know about these two bans. It seems like they're just really scared about HEHE in general, the global potential of HEHE, and you know, without any picks or anything to go off of, I don't know if that's something that they should truly be afraid of. Granted, I don't know the most about HEHE. I've seen myInsanity play a couple of times. They might just have a really good Wisp, but a really good Wisp is probably not going to win you the game. In fact, I don't see many Wisps in their past couple of games. They ran it a couple times, so I guess it's kind of understandable. It looks like the pick is instead going to be something a little bit more vanilla after that kind of weird opening. Skywrath Mage first. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, we've seen Skywrath Mage about 1,000,000 times so far, and he's had a meteoric rise, I'd say. A couple versions ago, or like 2 versions ago, didn't see him at all. Not a single time. And maybe occasionally, and everyone would be like, oh, ooh, a Skywrath Mage. Is he going to be played mid? I don't know. How's he going to be played? But now it's just like, Skywrath Mage, snore. It's the first pick, and he does a lot of damage, guys. What else is there? You get the nice silence, so he will be dissuaded a little bit from picking up a Brewmaster, but that's about it. I mean, if you haven't seen Skywrath Mage being picked, and you clearly haven't been watching Dota. You've been watching some other game that looks a lot like Dota, but is not necessarily Dota. This draft is just going glacially slow, and just me sitting here talking to myself about the draft is exciting. As he finally deciding on their first pick. Oh joy, it's going to be another vanilla game, guys. Welcome to myInsanity versus HEHE. Subtitle, another vanilla game. And it's going to have a sequel, too. I don't know how vanilla the sequel is going to be, but we'll get there eventually. Skywrath Mage, Razor. I mean, Razor's a decent enough counter for Skywrath Mage. It doesn't mean that much with this draft. The only thing it does mean is that the Skywrath Mage is most likely not going to go to the mid lane. Skywrath Mage, Razor is not a good matchup for the Skywrath, because he's very reliant on the targeted abilities, and then the Razor just gets 1 point in the current, and then every time you cast, you get punished, and then you'll probably just die. But holy crap, these guys are slow. Like, these guys are just taking their sweet time. Alright, and it's going to be an Earthshaker. This is so much just build-up and drama. You could feel, like, the tension in the air as they make these picks. Earthshaker is the second pick for the Razor to be partnered up with, and Death Prophet going to be picked up for myInsanity. There's a little bit of pushing power right off the bat for myInsanity. Also, a hero that's been matched up with Razor time and time again. As far as the lanes are concerned, I would say for the most part it is even, Death Prophet versus Razor. So then when it is even, who wins the lane determines on player skill and support rotations. Having Earthshaker and Skywrath Mage both in the field means that the support rotations should be frequent from both sides. It's definitely not too late for each team to pick up someone who's going to be played super defensively, such as the Doom, who will just need to chill in the lane or something like that. So may need a little bit of support help depending on the lane comps of tri-lanes or whatnot. But second ban phase, and well, it's just not coming out just yet. See, they don't really want to ban a Brewmaster since they're okay with the enemy having it. The Skywrath Mage is a great counter. I think banning out the Doom from HEHE would be great, or banning out the Doom anyone at all would be. There you go, myInsanity. He's doing it. Banning out the Doom. It's well, I mean, a hero that you pretty much have to get rid of or pick. It's too threatening to have that Doom on the field. Having that instant shutdown of one of your heroes for however long that Doom lasts is not fun times. And again, he's just one of those heroes that the only way you could actually deal with him is to just ban him out. Because Wisp, you could just slow him down, you could kill him off. Doom, if you try to slow him down, he'll probably just devour creeps all day and then come out with, a whole bunch of items. Not fun times. He's a hero with very little counterplay, which is not that great for Dota, but what are you going to do? Oh my god, guys. These guys are burning through all of their time every single time. Wraith King is going to be the ban out from HEHE. Shadow Shaman is still in the pool, and that is pretty much the last of the premier supports, I would say. And Shadow Shaman, I mean, if myInsanity don't ban it out, then I'm pretty sure HEHE will just want to grab that. Not because it'll be like the most amazing thing in the world for them. It will be good. Shadow Shaman Earthshaker lets Shadow Shaman walk up close to his target, and the Earthshaker with the Fissure will set that up. But also, you don't want to have Death Prophet and Shadow Shaman in the same team. So it'll be a pick / pseudo ban, unless myInsanity just straight up ban it out. So you're going to see some more hate for the supports. With this OBS update, I really hope this is recording. Because if it's not, then I'm going to be pissed. Because then it's like, why am I... Yeah, it makes... Ugh, damn. Okay, OBS, if you're broken, please don't be so broken. Just be a little bit broken. So Shadow Shaman did get a little bit of the hate now, as that's going to be pretty much all the big supports. As HEHE going to ban out the Brewmaster would have been a nice pickup for myInsanity. But they could still go for something along the lines of the Viper if they want to, for really both ends. For HEHE, it'll mean that the mech, or burden of mech, is going to be shifted off the Razor, possibly to the Viper. I mean, Razor still might go for it, but you'll have a hero that will be doing a lot of damage and has the flexibility to go for a whole bunch of different items, if need be, maybe even a pipe. But as it stands right now, HEHE, they have a very balanced two heroes. They're not too slanted in either pushing or team fighting or anything like that. myInsanity, they're more slighted towards the team fighting and the pushing. And ooh, HEHE picking up a very early Elder Titan, actually. That's pretty interesting. It's a hero that is usually left out of the pool altogether. Like, you will be able to get Elder Titan no matter when you want him. So you could very easily see Elder Titan being picked up last. That's when he most likely is going to be picked up last, because it's not a hero that's going to be picked or banned by the enemy team, except in this particular game. There aren't many lineups that revolve around Elder Titan. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Like, having that extra damage from Natural Order is nice on any team comp, but there's not a team comp where you'll be like, okay, the strategy, guys, is to do damage, and we're going to be doing damage by Natural Order. Great idea. That just doesn't happen. It's just like, oh, you also do more damage with your team comp, and it's more like an afterthought. And Elder Titan, his other skills are kind of, they pale in comparison to the damage that Natural Order lets you put out. I mean, obviously if you land an Earth Splitter, that'll be real nice, but Elder Titan, he does decently in lane, and, well, he'll do decently in this game in general. But I don't know if he's third pick material. Last pick material, definitely, but third pick, no, probably not. You could probably prioritize your supports a little bit more, or your other cores, your mid lane, or your off lane, or your farmer, depending on how Elder Titan's going to be laned. I guess they do get a little bit of flexibility there. Elder Titan most oftenly in the off lane. Razor most likely will go mid, so he still need a little bit more support and a little bit more farming action, as myInsanity do pick up the Clockwork. I have now the Clockwork Skywrath Mage combination. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Invoker pick up for myInsanity. We'll be able to sunstrike in those cogs like a big old bullseye. And then whoever's in there, assuming they are not going to leap out or get force staffed out, they're most likely just going to die. Cogs into Mystic Flare is a great roaming combination. Once Clockwork hits his level 6, and Skywrath Mage hits his as well, they'll be able to leave the lane and do pretty much whatever they want. Kill whoever they want, and even the Razor, probably the more tanky hero on HEHE, he's not going to be safe from that. HEHE, they will pick up a Mirana, and with the Earthshaker, I don't really know if I want this Mirana to be a support just yet. I feel like with the Mirana support, you either need to have a for sure setup, like Shadow Demon something, or you just are not going to have a good time unless your arrows are just off the hook baller. And who knows, the Mirana might have a good day today, or she may not. But Fissure setup for Mirana isn't really that reliable. It's a short stun compared to what you really need. It's 1 second to level 1, and then it doesn't really scale up that well from there on out once you put more levels into it. But it will force people into positions where they will not want to be, so you could kind of read the arrow and hopefully land one off of that. It's a little bit risky. It depends a lot on the opponent's positioning, but it will occasionally land an arrow for you. And when you're talking about Elder Titan, then an arrow will most likely result into a kill, as long as these supports are going together. Ganking into an Elder Titan lane is certainly easy when Mirana's arrow and Fissure does a lot more damage that way. And myInsanity, their 4th pick, is going to be the second support of them, Tree and Protector. Very curious pick from myInsanity. They don't have any hero that's really, going to go huge and go in deep and try to dive for kills or anything like that. So it's kind of weird to see that. The heroes, all the heroes in their lane should be perfectly fine in lane. Like Clockwork might need a little bit of help, assuming he's up against a tri-lane, but if he's up against 1v1 Elder Titan, that's a pretty even lane, I would say. Elder Titan has small bursts of power when he has Spirit retracted, and Clockwork will be able to fight him on par most of the time with Battery Assault. But that Living Armor, I don't really know how much value it's actually going to get from myInsanity, unless they pick up something that's super aggressive. I don't know if they're going to pick up something like a Night Stalker, but somewhere along those lines is where myInsanity are really going to get a lot of value out of that Living Armor. Of course, aggressively early on, Skywrath Mage, Tree and Protector is a decent enough combination. Double slows, lots of damage between the two. And HEHE going to get their last core in the Queen of Pain. Okay, maybe we're going to be seeing a tri-lane Razor and a Queen of Pain going up against Death Prophet. myInsanity, knowing this, could also pick up another core to counter the Queen of Pain. I don't know how deep they really want to go into that, though, since they don't know who's going to that mid lane. It's heroes to counter Razor and heroes to counter Queen of Pain. Those circles in the Venn diagram don't have many intersections. So myInsanity with the Tree and Protector, where are they going to head with this pick? It seems right now they're just looking to get the initiation and advantage and pick people off. I don't know if they're going to go deeper into initiation and pick up a Bat Rider, which would be okay for them, or they need some right-click damage scaling, I think. Viper's banned out from them, and it's going to be... oh, hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Okay, it's Bloodseeker. Guys, now that's a hero you partner with Tree and Protector. It's not a Night Stalker, but it's close. It's really close. Wow, Bloodseeker, okay. Not gonna have a good time versus Elder Titan. The increased damage onto Bloodseeker is kind of really dreadful, since Bloodseeker is usually fairly vulnerable. But the silence is going to be real nice versus Queen of Pain, real nice versus Mirana. The only question is how much farm is this Bloodseeker actually going to get? Tree and Skywrath Mage are probably going to be running interference for him for the most part of this game. But if he doesn't get any farm, then he'll be fairly useless. They don't have that much stuns, but they have a Razor who's fantastic against Bloodseeker. Like, if you try to rupture the Razor and try to run at him, you'll have to silence him, and then he has a lot of damage. And if you don't silence him, he'll drain your damage, and then you're not hitting for anything. A little bit awkward there, but silencing everyone else should be just fine as... oh god, what am I doing? Main transition. This isn't going to work. Okay, guys, I have to really quickly put up another Dota screen because... there we go. The old one is broken. But it looks like we are happy. We are in the game, and we have a Bastion announcer. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This game is off to a good start already. I mean, it took a little bit for these heroes to get in the game, and it took a little bit for them to actually go through their picks, but we get to see a Bloodseeker, we get to have a Bastion announcer, It's good times. It's good times. As long as this game is recording, and then we're happy. And if it's not, then we're unhappy. But we won't know about that until later, so we're just going to keep rolling with it. Alright guys, so we are in the game. Of course we're going to be paused, because how else are you going to start a game of Dota if not with a long-ass pause? We have on the right-hand side HEHE going to be playing the Earthshaker. We have Fire. He's most likely going to be supporting with Chip. That's all I'm going to call him, because if I keep going, I will probably get it wrong. HWA, Hua is going to be playing the Queen of Pain. Nihis is going to be on Elder Titan. And Techno Roshan is going to be playing the Razor. All of those for the HEHE team. On the MYI side, we have LeBron playing the Treant Protector. Bucktop, aka Victor, on the Skywrath Mage. I'm pretty sure ZMAJ is pronounced Zimai? Zimai? Something around those lines? I don't know. I don't speak this language. On the Bloodseeker, Milan is going to be on the Death Prophet, and Grazine is on the Clockwork. Yeah, and I'm probably getting a lot of those pronunciations wrong, but if anyone has anything that they could actually give me to tell me how to pronounce it correctly, then, well, please do so. Otherwise, I will continue to pronounce it in my probably incorrect American tongue. But we're going to see these lanes shape up. It's actually going to be an aggressive tri-lane for this Bloodseeker. Rarely do you see this. Bloodseeker is a hero that, as far as heroes go, needs experience a little bit more than others. Needs to get points in that Thirst and extra points in Bloodbath, plus 1 value point in Silence, and then, of course, Rupture. He needs those levels, and if he can get kills going on the bottom lane, then that'll be fantastic. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, you're probably not going to have a good time. Lots of aggressive movement from HEHE as they go into the enemy jungle, but they're not going to accomplish anything here. Most likely it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane for them. Shut down the Clockwork, and Clockwork really can't do much about that. Up against 3 heroes, doesn't really matter what those heroes are, unless they're all melee. The Clockwork is not going to have a good time. But Grazine is in the safe lane, so he'll be getting the luxury of, well, I was going to say pulls, but it looks like that's not going to happen. He'll be able to get some experience off of the tower, assuming he don't have complete lockdown over this lane as far as the creep equilibrium is concerned. Bottom lane in the meantime, if Elder Titan does make his way down here, and it looks like it will be a mid Elder Titan. Very interesting. The bottom lane, Queen of Pain, is, well, I mean, they put the Queen of Pain down there because they assumed that Queen of Pain will be able to survive in this lane. I don't think that's a correct assumption. There is lots of damage in the Treant Protector and the Skywrath Mage, and even Treant Protector getting an early Stout Shield, which you rarely ever see. I'd rather see boots on him, but this lets him dive the tower, which could be very interesting. Go for early smashes on the Queen of Pain. They have double silence with the Skywrath Mage, as well as the Bloodseeker Blood Rage. So this Queen of Pain is extremely vulnerable. They'll have silences upon silences, no stuns, which is a bit of a bummer, but really you don't need stuns. Of course, that is going to mean that Elder Titan is going to be in the mid lane playing with the Death Prophet. Here comes Chip, already threw an arrow, and it did land onto the range creep. With the Haste Rune, Chip's going to put a lot of damage onto Milan, at least as much as he can, as Milan is going to rotate downwards. But I think any potential kill should happen in the bottom lane. There's the silence as well as the concussive shot, but a fissure denying everything. They commit a Leech Seed as well. Not really a spell that you want to commit since it is 140 freaking mana. He won't have that one for a long time as he will have to salve afterwards. But it looks like the rotations from the lanes mean that HEHE are going to end up laning their tri-lane down bottom. And I think that's the correct way to go. The Clockwork versus the Razor matchup is one that the Razor kind of wins just by himself. You don't need those extra supports here. The extra supports would do much better in keeping the Queen of Pain alive. They'll be getting a little bit of pulls going, and hell, you could even go for a kill. Fissure into arrow. If you land on someone like Skywrath Mage, it's a lot of damage, or even the Bloodseeker. It would be a viable kill, assuming the Queen of Pain has a couple levels, and she is a hero that needs levels as well. Kind of the same situation as Bloodseeker. You'd want both the Queen of Pain and your Bloodseeker to have solo lanes, ideally. That's just not happening just yet, because they are pretty much forced to have some defensive supports. So then it's up to the supports to make something happen. Can these supports get kills? And, well, I mean, I don't know. Unless an arrow is going to land, and, well, that one's definitely not going to. I don't see a kill happening for HEHE. Unless MYI catch someone completely off guard, like way too far up or in the jungle like this, then I don't see the supports from HEHE getting kills, from MYI getting kills either. I mean, if they do get that slow on them, or any sort of disable, then Leech Seed and then Beat Down with 88 base damage is going to be sure to kill off something. Or probably will kill off something. But until that happens, it's going to be difficult. Because Skywrath Mage needs to get his levels up. He needs to get level 3 so he gets an Ancient Seal. Once he has that, then kills become a lot easier. Deny the Leap from Mirana, deny the Blink from Queen of Pain, all that good stuff. But all eyes are on the bottom lane. Mid lane, a push is possible, especially if Elder Titan sticks around at a little bit too low on HP. And up on top lane, if Grazine gets a poor cog or something, and well, they're going to go for Zimaya down in the bottom lane. The armor is there, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be worked down, got way out of position, got tagged with an arrow as well. They're going to put a lot of damage back onto Fire. Base damage from Treant is the real deal, and this might be a kill if he could punch him one more time. No, it doesn't even need to punch him for one more time. He's going to get the kill. Skywrath Mage now going to go for the Queen of Pain, although the Queen of Pain will blink out of there successfully. He's killing the Bloodseeker to start things off. Living Armor level 1 is only going to buy you a little bit of time. And unfortunately, Bloodseeker is, again, not a very tough hero to crack, so it's a really nice opening, and the harassment will just continue. If the arrow lands, then most likely it will be a Bloodseeker kill, but as I said, the arrow landing is going to be a rarity in and of itself. Quick look up at the top lane as we see Razor winning the lane. It's, who's surprised about that? Razor versus a melee hero is most likely going to lead to a Razor winning. But Clockwork's doing okay. He has level 2 in the rocket, in the flare, so he'll be able to last hit from a distance, and he's guaranteed levels, which is pretty nice for him. But top lane is being won from HEHE. The bottom lane exchange did go HEHE's way. And then looking at the mid lane real quickly, Elder Titan's doing just fine. He's even stacking up a couple of camps, it looks like, so he'll be able to clear those out, or the Queen of Pain will. Really, whoever does get that camp is going to be really happy. And is he going to double stack it? He is going to. Very nice. Really, I didn't know that the Astral Spirit does not block camps. I guess that was changed recently or something. You would figure that it was hookshotable. It would also break, make camps not spawn, but who knows? I'm not Ice Frog, at least not that you guys know of. Don't tell anyone. Shh. Bloodseeker's still level 3, whereas the Queen of Pain is hitting her level 4 mark. Level 5, and really every level for Queen of Pain up to level 9-ish, she gets huge jumps in power. The Bloodseeker not as much. He's very much so a linear scaling hero as LeBron is caught out. He's going to open up on fire with the leech and a lot of base damage. They're going to bring this Earthshaker down very low as arrow does fly hit onto Victor, but this Treant Protector is going to die first. He's going to go down. Victor going to be chased down by Hua blinking over the trees. So far a 1-for-1 support trade. However, the Queen of Pain getting the kill going to be a lot better for the HEHE side than it is for myInsanity. And this lane for myInsanity, really they can't deal with the fact that they are going to be pressured back every single time they go in. Just the ranged attacks from HEHE and maybe a fissure. The focus and silence can only do so much for you, as whoever they're going to be going in onto, they will probably get him down, yes, but they'll be taking a lot of damage while that's happening. Now Milan over in mid lane. Going to circle around with level 3 Crypt Swarm. I don't really know what the plan is here. He's going to get punched with a stapler, and not good times. Concussive Shot's going to follow through, but there's no more mana on the Death Prophet. If she had that mana, I'm pretty sure diving that would have been on the table, but for right now it's not, as they're going to go again for bottom lane. Fissure perfectly blocking out that Bloodseeker, and Nature's Guise. There is no True Sight. That's an early point in Nature's Guise, actually. Level 4 on the Treant after getting that kill participation. He's 1-0-1 this tree, so he is going to get those levels up. But this lane is not going fantastically for them. I mean, Bloodseeker is actually ahead of the Queen of Pain, which is kind of surprising to me. He does have a lot of base damage, and he does have the sustain from Bloodbath, but you would think that the Queen of Pain will be able to outlast hit him. But Zmaya's doing just fine in this lane. However, the lane overall not going great. Really, this Queen of Pain is just 2 kills up, and she's getting the time of her life, whereas Bloodseeker is only 0-1-1. Skywrath Mage rotating in can potentially change that. He's level 2 in the Arcane Bolt, so he'll be able to put out some pretty decent damage versus this Queen of Pain, assuming Zmaya gets close enough, and that's not going to happen really until he gets Rupture, so they need something else here, or they'll put some damage on him anyway, but there we go, Fissure. Pretty much exactly what I said before. It's like, you could try to go for him if you catch him with a slow, but then you'll have to fight through Fissure, and that's hard. It's really hard when you're dealing with a Bloodseeker, who most likely isn't going to have much thirst up early on. But Grazine, in the mid lane, can rotate in with a hookshot. First one being used, and Nihus is now trapped in the cogs like a rat. Kill him off, Clockwork, and that's going to be a free kill. Also rotated the top lane of the Radiant down here as the Razor has joined the fight. He's a little bit too late to save his buddy. I don't even know if he could have done anything, so he's going to sit and grab a little bit of experience. The Elder Titan is now in the grave. Nice rotation from the Clockwork. Really, that's what you're talking about when you say Clockwork only needs level 6 to get going. He picks that up, and hell, even with 1-point Battery Assault maxed out in the Rocket Flare because of his lane circumstances, he still did enough damage. At the very least, he sets up for the Death Prophet. And if she lands 1 or 2 Crypt Swarms, then that's golden. Fire in a little bit of trouble, perhaps, but they're going to jump in onto Victor. He's going to dodge the arrow, puts lots of damage onto Wall, but now he's stuck in the trees, or stuck in this fissure area. He's going to be picked off, and he's probably going to come a little bit late to the fight. Silence onto the Queen of Pain, but that's going to put more damage onto her. Here comes support from Milan, though. It'll be a 2-for-1 so far, as Death Prophet does not have any points with silence. They kill off the Earthshaker, but the Skywrath Mage getting a little bit too ahead of himself as, well, the Razor coming in from behind. Going to secure a kill on the Courier. Now looking for more, won't find anything. Arrow will be chucked, will whiff. But Razor's still in the area, rotated all the way up from top lane as Chips does get slowed down with the silence as well. Grazine with the nuke and has hookshot as well. One more hit is all you need with the urn. They will get it. Actually, Death Prophet coming from the side. We'll try to get a Courier in response. This will be a Courier for Courier trade. And now hookshot onto Techno Roshan. He's caught in the cogs with the level 1 battery assault. He's going to go down as Victor rejoin this fight. Will be quickly brought down by the Queen of Pain, although not quite. The Queen of Pain just lacking the damage. Fire with another fissure in 7 seconds. The Queen of Pain bottling up, but Milan chasing deep. Has an exorcism, but still is refusing to pop it. Teleportation coming in. Sonic Wave onto 2. After a fissure onto 2. Zimai in so much trouble right now. Living Armor will not save you, I don't think. No, right clicks won't be enough. 2 HP survival. Chips doesn't have an arrow. The Queen of Pain doesn't have a blink. Fire looking for a fissure, but he can't find it. He's going to go for Milan, who's going to land a Crypt Storm, and now out of mana, out of bottle charges. Fissure will just be enough to kill him off. No, the Leech Seed will heal him up, and now he's turning around again. Victor still getting focus fired. But now Milan, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't want to be going there. I guess he's running right from the Elder Titan. Fire still being chased down by LeBron as well as Victor. I don't know if this Earthshaker is going to go down. It seems like he will survive, but here comes Ice from the back. Going to look towards Victor. The Spirit going to land, and oh, they actually saw him. How the hell did they see him? I don't know. They don't have any sentries or anything. That was just, I don't know what happened. LeBron now going to try to Living Armor himself, but that's not going to work. Grazine teleporting in, and it looks like, is that it? Is everyone done? Are you guys done now? Okay. That, I think, just might be it. Ultimately, the score sits at 6-7. I believe that was a 4-for-4 trade, although I'm not entirely sure. There were a lot of people rotating in and out, a lot of people dying. But we'll take a quick look at the graphs in just a little bit to see who actually got the upper hand in that. I'm inclined to think HEHE did by just a little bit, since they brought down the Bloodseeker as well as the Nature's Prophet. But myInsanity got a couple of kills as well. They didn't kill off the Queen of Pain, actually. I thought they did. They didn't kill off the Queen of Pain. They didn't kill off the Elder Titan. Now Clockwork going to go for a solo kill onto Mirana? Ho, what a baller. Sorry for missing that, guys, but I wasn't expecting that. Level 4 Rocket Flare is legit, and Mirana's going to know that because she just got Sniper Roonied. Sucks to be you, Mirana, but that's the price you pay for being a soft support hero. So really surprised that myInsanity didn't pop the Exorcism for that. It would have gotten so much value, or at least force HEHE back. But let's take a look after that. After that entire fight, well, it was pretty even. I guess HEHE getting the slight edge in that, but only very, very, very slight. So a true bloodbath down in the bottom lane and then all the way over to the mid lane. But at the end of the day, it will just be a relatively even fight as Victor up on top looking for blood. He's 1-2-4. He has a Mystic Flare after all those kills, so he could potentially get a solo kill on this Queen of Pain. Gust Shot and Silence to open up. Arcane Bolt. Can't worry about a fissure, but he lands the flare, and one more right click will do it. The Rupture on the Queen of Pain will pop that Queen. And as the Couriers are now respawning, Queen of Pain going to take her first fall of the game. Skywrath Mage doing the damage, and he will continue to do that damage as long as he has the mana to do so. And as long as he's managing his mana, he will be able to do the damage. So, have that nice little combination there. They're going to go on for the Elder Titan once again, although it seems like the cogs were a little bit late. Earthshaker's going to rotate in, but again, Elder Titan at this point is pretty much reliant on hitting things with his Spirit and then hitting them with his Stapler. Other than that, the kills aren't going to happen unless they're set up by his teammates. He does have 2 points in Stomp, which is kind of uncharacteristic. The mid lane Elder Titan does get a lot more levels than ordinary, so seeing an Elder Titan that's this high level at this stage in the game is a little bit weird. But the Stomp, just having 1 point, I think, for a slower setup is great. And Milan going deep behind the enemy tower. One more Plasma Field to kill him off, although the Shadow Strike is going to be ticked down, and the Living Armor will block most of that. Blind Scream of Pain for Queen of Pain is going to miss, and Death Prophet does get to live, at least for now. I don't really know where she was going. Like, I guess she thought that she had an Invis Rune, therefore she won't die, and I guess she's right, but now the Queen of Pain is actually completely out of mana. This would be the free kill for Milan, potentially, although she's not going to go for it. The Death Prophet is looking instead to just circle around and get back to safety. Fair enough. Fair enough. Living Armor onto the Death Prophet, plus she has bottle charges. She has maxed out Exorcism, plus the level 4 Witchcraft, so she could realistically go for Tower Push, as Hookshot does miss on the Mirana. Double Damage Rune. I think it's about time for myInsanity to go for a Tower Push. mean, the Death Prophet is going to get stronger with the Exorcism, but not for quite a while, so if they don't push with this Exorcism, they're pretty much just wasting it. Like, every single second that goes by is just wasted time where that could be cooling down. But 6-9 right now, and it looks like both teams just happy to just chill with where they're at. Bloodseeker picking up a whole bunch of intermediary items, the Power Treads, Poor Man Shield, as well as the Ring of Aquila. And they're nice items to have. I'm really interested to see what item he's going to go for after this. Looks like it'll just be the Blade Mail. I mean, I guess it does do a lot more damage when you are taking so much from everyone's focus fire. I'm not too sure how much I like the Blade Mail in general. Like, as an item, I'm not sure how much I like it, but if you're the target to focus all the time, then it can be very decent, as Milan in the mid lane will dodge an arrow, still refuses to use this Exorcism. I mean, geez, Death Prophet, you have an ultimate leveled up. You might as well use it. Otherwise, why did you level it up? Zaman in the top lane is going to pressure up this tier 1 tower. With the right-click damage that he's doing, he'll be able to bring it down, and, well, there's the Gust Shot into Queen of Pain. Will not result in anything, though. She does blink away. Tower is destroyed by the Bloodseeker. A denied possibility was there for the Queen of Pain, but Milan, stop using your Exorcism. This would be such a dead tower right now if she just used that ultimate, but refusing to do so. Now Rupture and Silence of the Queen of Pain. Instantly to the teleport out, looking for a hookshot angle. Can't find it. Don't even need it. The damage is huge. No Mystic Flare being committed. Queen of Pain feeling a little bit safe in her invisibility. Not so much when Sentry Wards get dropped. So myInsanity getting a nice pick off there. Using a Sentry Ward to do it. Now they're going to set up for Milan in the mid lane. Earth Splitter will land into the Death Prophet. Living Armor trying to save her, but the Eye of the Storm will burn through that relatively quickly. Needs a couple more whips, and there it is. Razor with the kill. Scarth rotating in. A little bit too late as they go for bottom lane fire. Battery Assault plus Rocket Flare going to get Grazine his 3rd kill of this game. 7-11. Never closes, and we are going to be continuing on with, well, now a slightly favored myInsanity game, as those couple of picks certainly benefiting them. Now the Bloodseeker has his Blade Mail, not doing the most damage, but as long as he can stick on the target and be impervious while doing so, then he's going to be just happy. Super surprised to see this Death Prophet not using Exorcism once. I mean, it's okay at level 1. You don't have to wait until it's a level 2 ultimate. It's not something that you need to wait for. She's now going to pick up her Yule Scepter, so she'll be a little bit more defensive when she has that. However, the mech is up from HEHE. And looking at the items for myInsanity, there is no mech just yet. Death Prophet looks like she was going for that, but probably got a large amount of gold from that fight down on bottom and up to mid. And now she's going to commit it. Well, geez, Milan. Well, she decides to commit it when she has no creep wave, and she gets it denied. Oh, man. I mean, sure, but if you just did it before, man, then you would have had the tower, and now it's level 2 ultimate. I don't know if this is a level 2 ultimate that she has active right now. There's no way to check except by counting the spirits, and like hell I'm going to do that. But she got the tower, I guess. It's down. That means if myInsanity want to go for a Roshan, then that could be a little bit easier. It's harder for HEHE to reinforce that. But going for Roshan without Exorcism is pretty much suicidal for myInsanity. It's just inviting HEHE to come and jack that Roshan. They're going to all rotate down to the bottom lane. HEHE, I'm not sure if they want to fight right now. I mean, the Queen of Pain can put out a lot of damage, but with the silences that she's facing up against, it will be very difficult for her to stay alive and keep her positioning tight without the blink. Just 2 heroes on this bottom lane. It's awfully bold for myInsanity. This tower is fairly low, but they're going to have to worry about being outnumbered as the rest of the team kind of are behind. They're closing in, but it looks like myInsanity kind of unsure about what they want to do right now. HEHE, they should be fighting right now. I mean, they have a Razor with a mech as well as a Queen of Pain, so HEHE, they're more than happy to take a fight, especially since Exorcism is down. But up against those silences, the fights are going to be very delicate from them. They have all their ultimates, and really the leap of power is not going to come from HEHE. Maybe when the Razor gets a little bit tankier, they'll be a little bit stronger with an Aghanim Scepter or whatnot. But Queen of Pain, when she gets a BKB, not going to be able to put out that much more damage as she's putting out right now, so waiting for a little bit too long, perhaps, as arrows are going to fly, as well as the Astral Spirit walking forward, looking for just positioning of the enemy. But LeBron, in a really good position right now, can land a 2-man Overgrowth, though I think he wants a little bit more. Sentry is down, and it will Overgrowth onto 1. Rupture onto Razor as well, but he's mech'd up. He's taking a lot of damage, and he will dodge the Mystic Flare. Earth Splitter going to come through. He has absolutely everyone with the Vision onto everyone as well. Sonic Wave onto 4. Jump forward from Hua. That's going to kill off 3 instantly. Grazine getting brought down within that plasma field, and now only the person alive is the Bloodseeker. Buyback from the tree, but it's too late. He take a devastating fight. 1-2 punch. They did not lose the Razor, who is so damn tanky and managed to dodge the Mystic Flare. And now LeBron, he's spotted out. Echo Slam will be committed, but I don't think they can actually kill this tree. In fact, the support is coming in. They can't kill him. They do take the tower down, though. They have another mech up in 10 seconds, and I think this should be just he's keeping the ball rolling, although with no Sonic Wave, no Earth Splitter, I think they will back off. That positioning for myInsanity was just god-awful. I mean, they were all in this narrow choke point where they got hit with a 3-man fissure, I believe, and then those same people got hit with the Earth Splitter and then the Sonic Wave over the top. It's not fun times for myInsanity. If they had all BKBs, maybe they would survive that, but they were chain stunned for the duration of that fight, so ugly times for myInsanity. And that's really the price you pay for trying to defend a tier 1 after using an overgrowth on 1 target. And you could have had it onto 2, but waited just a little bit too long. And then myInsanity certainly paid the price. Going to give HEHE a nice kick of gold and experience right back into this game. In fact, in the lead as far as experience is concerned. It will be a tower for tower trade, it looks like, although Queen of Pain without that much mana can't really fight if she gets jumped upon. And Grazine, with a hook shot, is looking to make that jump. If he catches Razor, that could be a viable kill, especially since it'll be setting up for Mystic Flare. Although, getting a bead onto Razor, that's the hard part. Grazine going to walk forward. They're all still smoked up, however, that Rocket Flare revealing their positioning. They don't have any vision of this area, so it will be a blind hook if any. It looks like they're going the complete wrong direction, so it will be a free tier 1 tower going the way of myInsanity. And I think with this Exorcism up, they should be looking for Roshan or another push. myInsanity can kill Roshan pretty quickly with that Exorcism, though they don't really have anything else to contribute to that Roshan. No minus armor or anything like that. I guess damage amplification a little bit, but that's not really much of anything. So this Exorcism probably going to be dead for a little bit. HEHE, they have their Sonic Wave as well as their Earth Splitter. Again, it's not the most important skills to have in the fight, but there's no reason to fight without them when you can just as easily fight with them. They're going to go for another push. Fire, how close is he to his Blink Dagger? About 1,000,000 years away. This Shaker is never going to get that item. 0, 5, and 8. He's died most of the times for HEHE, but they're going to go for the tower regardless. Living Armor can only do so much, and they're going to go for it. myInsanity, they have a pretty good position. They have them completely surrounded. Crypt Swarms to thin the creep wave, Rocket Flares to fly, and Stomp does land into the Bloodseeker. In the meantime, Fissure will follow up. The Sonic Wave is available, but they don't even need it. They're going to blow up the Earthshaker, the Bloodseeker, without much commitment. Now the Overgrowth onto Techno Roshan. It's not going to be enough. Sonic Wave being charged, but there's the Mystic Flare. Going to pick off the Elder Titan in the meantime. Buyback from the Shaker as Milan does use the ultimate. Finally, another Fissure is going to fly, slowing down myInsanity from chasing this one out. Techno is going to be just brought down by the Rocket Flare. Chip is in the air and now silenced. Can't go invisible. It's going to try to TP, but Yule's Scepter up into the air. Hua's up in the area, has a Sonic Wave opportunity, but the mana just isn't really there for the Queen of Pain. She has to bail. And myInsanity, they make a pretty nice defense of this Roshan, but ultimately the score is still relatively even, and Bloodseeker was forced into a buyback at that time. So having your core buyback this early, definitely not what you want to do, and I don't even know if it resulted in anything. He got 2 kill participations, but those were only assists. So it doesn't seem like the buyback was worth it, but who knows. myInsanity putting that hookshot, Cog, Mystic Flare combo to great use. Killing off the Elder Titan means no more extra damage from that Earth Splitter. Of course, that won't really happen for much longer, since the Elder Titan is going to go for a BKB. But as long as that is happening, myInsanity are going to be more than happy with the ability to pick off one hero immediately. Most likely it's going to be the Elder Titan and the Earthshaker, but once the items and BKBs are picked up, suddenly only the Earthshaker is a viable target. I guess if they get the silence, they could also go for Mirana, but that's a Mirana down, and who really cares about that? myInsanity, they hold their tower still, and it's going to be regenerated up almost to full. HEHE. Their pushing power isn't the greatest. Really, their team composition is all about the fighting. They just want to take fights almost constantly and keep myInsanity off guard, and then take tower pushes off after the fact. I mean, arrows continuing to fly, and BKB's up on the Queen of Pain, and they're geared up like they want to fight, but I don't think they can take a fight. myInsanity is just going to turtle this one out for just a little while longer. And look for the Exorcism Roshan. They pinged it out, Milan. They have pretty much complete map control. They will not be spotted moving into the Roshan pit if they do just walk in. But they're kind of worried about their mid lane, as well they should be. I mean, the HEHE side were positioned pretty aggressively around that. But they're going to go for it now, I feel. Death Prophet can't solo Roshan, needs someone to tank up for her. But I don't think HEHE are going to respond to this one. I don't even know if they know about it. Techno Roshan's kind of in the area, but that's about it. They can't do anything. This is a free Roshan going the way of myInsanity. Of course, that is Exorcism down, and, well, HEHE, they are moving for it, but it's way too late. This Roshan's already dead. Or, wait, this Roshan is already dead. There it is. Aegis onto this Bloodseeker. He's now holding on to 2,600 gold, 2,900. What is he buying? Force Staff? Is that it? No, it's a Yasha. And they're about equally costed, so Yasha on the Bloodseeker, possibly seeing Assange following up. I don't really think we're going to be seeing a Manta style. There's not much that he could buff out by splitting. Sun Yasha is a decent enough item on Bloodseeker. Get a lot of movement speed, and suddenly you're moving at very high amounts, especially when everyone's wounded. But of course, we are going to have another pause, guys. That's going to give us a small opportunity to check the items. Got Techno Rocker, pack in almost a BKB, which is not going to be too far away, but still it's decently enough. Chip has nothing, and HEHE. They have a Queen of Pain with the BKB, still 10 seconds, I believe it is. And that should be about it. Nice working towards his, and Elder Titan with the BKB is certainly going to be very useful. Oh, does he have it? Okay, he has it. Well done, Elder Titan. Achievement unlocked. Get item. Magic Community everywhere. On the myInsanity side, Victor has Staff of Wizardry. Probably a Rod of Atos coming up from him there, whereas Grazine's working on a Force Staff. That's about it for them, aside from the Yule Scepter and mech onto Milan, which is a little bit of a later mech, but a mech nonetheless is always nice to have. Now they're going to go for the mid lane, it seems. This tower is pretty healthy. This living armor finding some serious value, and this time the overgrowth might be a little bit better. Gonna catch two, and Grazine's off to the side. The sentry, taking a look at that range. I don't know if that was in range, but I'm pretty sure they did catch a glimpse. The Spirit going to spot everyone out. Is going to set up for a stomp, just looking for an opportunity to pick off someone, but every single time HEHE back off, that's just the tower regenerating more health as LeBron. This time there's no sentries. Going to land overgrowth onto two with the Skywrath ultimate onto two as well. Hookshot in onto Nihus, but it's not enough as Swad does blink into the cogs, throw Sonic Wave backwards. Milan dropping very low. They can Earth Split him down, and it will miss. Catching onto only LeBron. Now Elder Titan going to town on that tree with the briefcase. He's going to kill him off, and they're going to kill off Grazine as well. myInsanity with only Milan alive will dodge an arrow, and now, well, Zima is back in this fight. Is moving pretty damn quickly. He's going to go for the Elder Titan. Not doing too much damage, however. Will get chain stunned up with the Blade Mail. He's trying to turn some of this damage around, but it's just not happening. I can't believe I forgot what Mystic Flare was called. But 16 and 15, myInsanity, they defend their tower at the cost of a lot of deaths on their team. The Aegis was used on the Bloodseeker, and I think that was about it. But HEHE, they just can't crack these towers, and every single time they try, they put themselves at risk. They had all the BKBs up, but the fight just wasn't convincing enough. We would think with BKBs they would be able to take a fight pretty easily. They did take a couple more heroes down than they actually lost, so they can't be totally unhappy with that. But still, the Bloodseeker, he had his Aegis, and he was just going to town everyone afterwards. Only got one assist after all that, though, and the Death Prophet still lives. And crucially for HEHE, the tower is still alive. So I guess they'll be okay if they keep taking trades like that, but eventually those trades are going to be harder and harder to come by because the BKBs will start to run out of duration, and items will start coming up from myInsanity. BKB up on Razor is going to be soon available, and Earthshaker's still nowhere close to his Blink Dagger. If they had that, maybe it would have been nice. The Echo Slam, I didn't even see it, so I can only assume that it was extremely mediocre. But Grazine is going to throw out a couple flares now and then. Well, I don't really know what myInsanity want to do aside from potentially push this Death Prophet. She is stalking the Queen of Pain up on top, but she has a BKB. There's no way this Death Prophet gets this kill. Maybe you can force out a 9-second charge. That's pretty useful. Well, they do have Victor moving forward. They don't have any ways of stunning her at all, except for Clockwork, and that's kind of not the most reliable stun in the world. So killing the Queen of Pain off is not impossible for myInsanity. They're instead going to move towards the mid lane. Chip did not see the Queen of Pain, the Death Prophet, but looks like Death Prophet's going to say hello and walk right on by. Leap forward, actually. Kind of whiffed everything there, but that's fine. Everyone back into the mid lane for HEHE. They're going to try once again. I mean, they took a decent fight last time. If they could keep repeating that, eventually they're going to be getting a crippling advantage. But these towers making it so difficult for HEHE to get any sort of map control in the game. And now with the double damage rune up on Death Prophet, going for these pushes is going to be a lot more risky. So we're just going to have a little bit more of a stalled out game for just a little while, guys. Both teams got to respect each other, and I think right now HEHE, though they should be looking for picks, they're just not doing it right now because I think they feel they might have a better late game. Against Bloodseeker as well as Death Prophet, it's a little bit hard to analyze. You can never discount the power of a late game Elder Titan. Everyone's going to be hitting like a truck, like even your supports suddenly do a lot of damage because armor is not a factor anymore. But aside from that, I mean, Queen of Pain, she's going for an Aghanim Scepter. And that's a item that you go for when either you want to fight all the time, so you always want to have this available. It drops the cooldown dramatically to 40. Either you want to fight all the time, or you are being pushed a lot and you need that Sonic Wave to clear creeps. Either way, none of those two are really happening. HEHE side is fighting very infrequently, and they're certainly not being pushed, at least not by creeps. So I don't really know why she's getting this item. Something a little bit more fighty would have been good. BKB, maybe then a Sheep Stick would have been fantastic. But now with the Aghanim's, well on its way, the Sheep Stick's not going to come for a much later time. Looks like myInsanity, it's about their time to go on the aggressive. They have a Soul Booster on Death Prophet, Bloodstone in the works. Zimai is still working on his items. Sanjin Yasha was picked up, in fact. And he's just farming up those Ancients. But the 3 smokes being picked up by Victor means that he's going to look to make something happen, possibly just with him and the Clockwork. And this is a dangerous combination, assuming they find someone without magic immunity. Those heroes are hard to come by. Really, they can't go for a Razor, can't go for Queen of Pain, can't go for Elder Titan. You could hookshot in and try to drop Mystic Flare, but you will not kill them. It just won't happen. Mirana as well as Earthshaker are viable kills still, but they're nowhere near anyone right now, so right now they're just going to chill. I'm glad I woke up early to get this really exciting game. Really, I'm having the time of my life right now. Living Armor and HEHE, they're just farming everywhere. Both teams just pretty much not crossing the river at all, which is fun. Get to see some high action Dota. It's fantastic. HEHE, they're completely stalled out right now. They have the Aghanims completed, but it's not an item that you say you pick up and you're like, oh, okay, it's go time. Maybe on Razor, but not on Queen of Pain. That item is a good Aghanims upgrade for sure. Like having a Sonic Wave on a 40-second cooldown means you could spend it pretty much twice in a fight if you're lucky. That's devastating. But they're going to go for round 3. Is this round 3? I think it is round 3. Let's see if they can make it happen. Living Armor Fortification will give it a little bit more regeneration. And the Spirit going to spot the fact that no one's there. Zimai going to work forward for the silence on the Queen of Pain. They don't have any sentries. BKB as Queen of Pain does turn around. BKB up for the Razor, going to steal lots of damage from this Bloodseeker, and these Earth Splitter are going to fly through as well. Will connect out to no one. Grazini from the back end will try to kill off Chip, but there's no silence in time. Sonic Wave will fall through, but Hua's taking so much damage within the Exorcism. No one's focusing this Death Prophet as she's just running rampant. Now Zimai going to chase down Chip. Movement speed is going to kick into effect. He's going to get Echo Stomp. Chip taking a lot of damage, but no, Zimai actually going to get woken up by the Elder Titan. Will kill off the Mirana. He's getting beaten down by the Stapler though. He's going to go down. No Blade Mail to save him there, but Naya's also stuck in a corner. Ultimately, after all that, it's going to be a 3-for-3 trade. I can't believe these teams are still fighting this evenly in this game. Razor gets to live, as does Death Prophet. So one core and one support gets to live, everyone else going down. I guess HEHE should not be happy with this because they're constantly using all these BKB charges, and myInsanity, they don't have a single BKB. So they're still getting really nice fights even without that huge item pickup. And later on, if they really want to, they get BKBs, but BKBs would help now, and they don't have them. And they're still taking great fights because no one's focusing this Death Prophet. No one can. And the rest of the myInsanity heroes are just so disruptive. Clockwork in the front lines, Bloodseeker in the front lines. Getting through them to the Death Prophet is going to be tough. And that was even with this guy with Mage, who could have gotten a free pick on the Mirana instantly, messed up his silence or something. Should have just laid that silence on as soon as the hook shot landed, bro. But that's fine, because, whoa. Okay. We're going to reconnect. We're going to reconnect. Alright, guys. I think I should be back. I don't know what happened. I just lost internet connection for whatever reason. I hope it is back. The 2-minute delay will make it tough to tell. But it looks like I missed quite a bit. My apologies. Like, there's nothing I can really do about that. If my router decides to break or my ISP decides it's tired of working and they're just going to cut the internet, I don't know. But I think The internet should be back. I should have to take care of a couple of things on the back end. But yeah, hopefully we'll be right back into this game so that we could try to catch everyone up and try to catch myself up. Looks like, well, myInsanity did lose a couple of fights, HEHE taking them pretty decently. They have still a small kill lead, although very slight. Taking a quick check at the items, see what I missed. Aghanim Scepter being built on the Razor. Mirana finished up her Vlad's. Aghanim Scepter, that's it on Queen of Pain, though another 3,500 gold on her. Sanjin Yasha being the pickup for this Elder Titan, very interesting. And Fire picked up his Blink Dagger. On the myInsanity side, we got 2 Force Staves. Aghanim Scepter in the works for Clockwork. Hood on the way, or Pipe on the way for LeBron and Milan, with a Plate Mail off the Bloodstone, and Zimai picked up his Maelstrom. So I hope that I am streaming properly. Can't check just yet. We'll try to refresh this and see if we can get everyone on the same page. Once again, that was just my internet deciding to die, and I can't do anything about that. Hey, now they're gonna pause. Fantastic. Need 3. Where were you guys like 2 minutes ago? What the hell? Is this not working? Well, this is actually really nice. Give me some time to figure out if my stream is actually live or not. Let's see. Not quite with the delay just yet. Why is nothing connecting on Twitch? Lost internet. Working on getting everything back now. Okay, this pause is actually going to be really nice. It'll give us some delay to figure out if I'm actually streaming right now or if I'm just talking to myself. Evo Ga Caster. I know, right? Usually it starts at 4, so I think I have to wait another minute before I see if I'm actually streaming or not. Once again, guys, I'm sorry about this. There's nothing I could really do. OBS says I'm streaming, but that's about it. Oh man, my internet chose a hell of a time to crap out. Come on, OBS, I believe in you. Why? Why? There it is. Are we good? I think we're good. Alright, we're back in. And it looks like we are still fine. Okay. Sorry for the screw up, guys. My internet decided to drop, and there was nothing I could do about that, so just had to work through it. Fortunately, it wasn't for very long. Hopefully that's the only interruption that we're going to have. Not really too sure what the score was when I first disconnected from the game, but taking a quick look at the graphs, catching everyone back up, the graph should be at about 0 gold, so HEHE, though they were a little bits behind, they have pulled it back a little bit. XP earned kind of the same way. Tower's destroyed. Well, you're never going to kill this tower. It's just not going to happen. Thank you guys for translating. Yeah, no real huge events have happened. I think there was a team fight. Roshan was killed by someone, although they don't have an Aegis. No, they do have an Aegis. Okay, so he snuck a Roshan, I think, and then it probably just devolved into a fight. And I saw the tail end of a fight that was happening in this area, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, but I'm not sure. But this is what we got to deal with. Crappy internet connections and stuff like that. But now we're going to be continuing on with this game, which is still remarkably even, given the fact that it is 38 minutes in, and well, there's pretty much no gold going either way. And this game, it is going to be a game that is very heavily determined by gold. There are a couple of value skills that you have to worry about as far as getting good fights. So Queen of Pain, getting her Sonic Waves off correctly, Echo Slams, Earth Splitters, Overgrowths, keeping the Death Prophet positioning correct. But there are no Chronospheres that like completely nullify the impact of gold. No spells like that. So this gold will be very important moving forward, since items are going to be important for these heroes to scale, especially on the HEHE side. I mean, Aghanim Scepter is great, but the Elder Titan now going to go for a very smashy build of his own, with the Sanjanyasha as well as what I can only assume would be Assault Cuirass as his next item. His gold is going to be very important moving forward. The Mirana as well as the Queen of Pain the exact same way. If Mirana wants to ever do some damage, which should be her hope in this game, she's going to need more gold. But that gold for HEHE is not going to come if they can't kill these towers. I mean, mid lane still extremely healthy, top lane perfectly healthy. And HEHE, though, it seems like they're taking decent fights. I didn't get the last one on camera, but the other ones were. The fights are going overall decently for HEHE, but they can't push towers, and that means it's a lot of gold that's essentially denied to them. Now Mjolnir on the Bloodseeker. I don't know how much I like the Mjolnir and Blade Mail combination. It's like one says, well, I guess they both say don't hit me, which is nice, I guess. So no one's going to be hitting this Bloodseeker, but is he threatening enough? Sanjanyasha Mjolnir is decent enough damage. If he lands a Rupture as well, that could definitely result into a kill, but seems like it's not the best way to go. I think next item, he's going to need a little more threat, and I wouldn't mind seeing that threat in the form of something that bashes. Basher would be fantastic, and just locking down the Queen of Pain for a little while longer, stuff like that. But it looks like HEHE are going to go for, what, round 4 at the very least on this mid lane. And they're getting their items up. They are getting fairly stronger as this game progresses. They're constantly poking with that Elder Spirit, Astral Spirit, Elder Titan Spirit. The arrow's going to fly, and now blink forward for a fissure. They're going to commit Earth Splitter? What the hell just happened? Misclick. It was a fucking misclick. Oh, well, no, go figure. Well, that sucks to be you, because now Gazine's going to come in. Land the cogs onto absolutely no one, because he just jumped out. But now the stomp onto 3. Where's the Sonic Wave? There it is. Going to catch 2. That's 2 down for myInsanity. Only my back is alive, and he is going to be stomped by the Elder Titan. Well, I mean, misclick or not, I guess it worked out for them, because they get the tower and they get the Scarith Mage up top. That was the ultimate Franker's pause right there. With a couple of spells, an ultimate even, and then be like, oops, we accidentally misclicked, and then lure them into a false sense of security. Well played by HEHE. I mean, that was a nice Sonic Wave setup, and that stomp, that Elder Titan stomp was absolutely devastating. It hit 4 people, I believe. Had the aura on all of them, so Queen of Pain's ultimate hurt like a truck. Hit like a truck and hurt like a bitch, I guess. That's the correct way to put it. But now they're going to go for high ground. Busted through the tier 1. Busted through the tier 2. Now they're really going to go for it. Eye of the Storm, Aghanim's upgrade. Back online. And Grazine actually going to miss his hook shot in. He got creep blocked. And now the Yule Cyclone up on the Razor. But he's still striking lightning from up there. Fissure onto the Clockwork as they're just trying to take down the range Raxes. Nice Echo Stomp onto 3. That's going to mean that they're all going to go to sleep unless they wake them up. With a BKB pop, this Elder Titan is going to go to town, and Grazine, Force Staff out, will survive at 20 HP, but the Raxes are in danger. If they take out the Queen of Pain, who really cares, because the Raxes have been brought down. Aegis on the Elder Titan, going to fight to the death, although he will respawn soon enough. I don't think he's going to have much backup. Where is the rest of HEHE? Bloodseeker is on the chase, going to go for Chip. Has a lot of movement speed, and Nias going to respawn. Doesn't have BKB available, so he's going to try to fight his way out, but he will just go down. Mirana also going down to Zmai. But the damage has been done. All it took was one fantastic fight from the HEHE side, and then they broke Raxes. That's outrageous, the amount of pushing power that they put out right there. Just a lot of right-click damage over these heroes, with all of them being, I'd say most of them are semi-carries, so they all put out some serious damage. Now with the Elder Titan getting another -5 armor on top of Natural Order, that is an insane amount of damage amplification coming out from this ET. They're going to go for mid lane now. myInsanity going to try to crack back, but now's when the Aghanim Scepter comes into true usage. Throw this one out freely. There goes your creep wave. Can't do anything about that. Hex onto LeBron, though he does have a hood. He's not going to take much damage from that. Actually, the BKB forced out for the Queen of Pain. She's running out of time for that one. It will not be enough to save the tower, but it will be enough to save this tier 3 for a little bit, as the backdoor protection is still in effect. And now the fortification is there. Fissure to fly. Will hit onto 2. Sonic Wave, not available just yet, but it will be soon enough. The Exorcism should be timing out shortly. And now myInsanity. They're going to be facing 5v4, but I don't think they can keep fighting this. They have to fall back. Super Creep's going to put more momentum to the lane. And HEHE. They take a great lead. They lose the tier 2 tower. That's not a big deal. It's nothing to write home about. It's fine for them. Now they're going to go for the second Rax, it seems. Sonic Wave to obliterate that creep wave. Elder Titan picking up his Assault Cuirass. Completed now. Holy crap. This is going to be a devastating push from HEHE. This Queen of Pain is absolutely oh my god. It looks like I'm not the only person with internet trouble, but we are paused though. Okay guys, I'm gonna assume that I'm still live. I think if this was OBS delay, then it would be bad, but since this is Twitch delay, I might just still be fine. I'm not sure how the Twitch delay works and how it behaves, but I did end up losing connection to my OBS thing. It said reconnecting, and this is going to result in lots of small VODs that are going to have to be uploaded all together. Holy crap! I have 12 of them, because every single time I tried to reconnect, it looks like it started a new one. That's a pain in the ass, guys. Holy shit. It might have just not... I think Twitch delay made it so that I was not down at all, which is pretty sweet. But fortunately for me, Grazine is also not here. So thank you, Grazine, for making it so that the game was actually paused for a legitimate reason. But yeah, after that fight, Rax up in favor of HEHE, and now they're going to go for the entirety of top lane, which still has 2 nice bags of cash in the tier 1 and a tier 2 tower. The gold earned, experience earned, not surprisingly, going to be firmly in control of HEHE after that one. And yes, it looks like I did go down. Oh dear. 2 mins, it will be back up. Holy crap, is it back already? Twitch delay. Twitch delay is fantastic. We're good, guys. We're good. All planned. That was all planned to disconnect during the pause. We're happy. Okay. So we're just waiting for Grazine to come back. But once he does, myInsanity are going to have to make some big plays. Because they are going to have their top tier 1 destroyed for sure. Eye of the Storm probably isn't even necessary for that. Top tier 2, you might want to burn Eye of the Storm, and then he might want to back off. But they're definitely looking to take all the towers up on top. Don't update your production tools with day 1 updates. I'm going to update OBS if it asks me to. Russian net? Bro, I don't have Russian internet. At least I hope not. If I have a Russian connection right now, then that will be really upsetting, because it will be piped from, you know, pretty much across the world, which sucks. But, okay, so they're going to crack through the tier 1 for sure. Living armor, not going to do enough. Zmai has a good amount of gold, so he will be able to pick up a nice item, but of course he needs to save for buyback, which he does have available. And, so, okay guys, this is like the most problems that we've ever had. So now we get to chill. And I get to delete, like, all these frickin' VODs. Oh, he's back, but he still can't see his mouse pointer, I think. Bloodseeker can get a lot of items, or a big item if he wants to. Death Prophet picked the Shivas, but we saw how well that worked out for her before. Pipe is available for the Elder Titan very shortly. And Grazine with the Aghanim Scepter and about 50 gold. He'll have that one. Are we going to get going? Oh no, we're going to fully restart. This is the best. Pausing while solo casting, while having internet issues. You gotta love it, you guys. You have to love it. There's no way to not love it. I sure hope this has all been recorded, because if it's not, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, really, this is not good. Well, I think as far as other items, we got 4 staff and the Earthshaker after surviving from that last fight. That's pretty much it. I'm just going to put up all the information on the screen for you guys, just so even if I don't mention it, then it will be there. But I've pretty much mentioned everything. Like Sheepstick on Queen of Pain helping out in that last fight. And the Rax is up. It's pretty clear where this game is going. You could tell just by the movement of the Radiant Heroes and where everyone is. They're all in the top lane. Therefore, fight's going to happen on the top lane. Go figure. Doesn't take a freaking rocket scientist to figure that out. But I think it's about time to check cosmetics. I think it might be that time. Razor. Common. What is this pleb doing? Rare Whip. There we go. Kill assists. 57. Nice. Mirana? Mirana. I think this is Vanilla Mirana. Yeah, it is. How boring. This is definitely not Vanilla Queen of Pain. Premier League Season 5. I think I casted like the replays of Premier League Season 3. I did a lot of those. Okay, 6 Roshan kills, very nice. Is this the Tear of Agony or the Tear of Agony? Who knows? It's impossible to tell. E.T. Vanilla, Earthshaker has weird horn things growing out of his heads. Evil Geniuses. Legendary Totem. It is a pretty nice stick. Let's see. Scarf Mage is a hoodie. Rare Shroud, common. Empty socket. We can't have an empty socket. That's just wrong. This is definitely not the Clockwork. Clockwork? This is still not the Clockwork. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. Tree doesn't have any cosmetics. Death Prophet has her hair sticking up. Bloodseeker has got a little bit of stuff. Bloodseeker sets are kind of boring. I think Bloodseeker would be nice with an Arcana. Get him a real, like, vicious looking thing. Blood everywhere. Parents will freak out because they don't want their kids to be playing the game. Why misclick on mid? I not see good. Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, god damn it. Did I lose internet again? Why am I randomly disconnecting? Okay, guys, this might be my last game today where I actually am the one broadcasting. Because clearly I'm having a couple of issues. So, I think, yeah, I'm back. But why am I randomly disconnecting? It makes no sense. Yeah, clearly I'm having a couple of issues, so today might be a day where I just co-cast and let someone else handle the internet problems. Because if I disconnect while I'm co-casting, it's not a big deal, but now I just drop out and have to drop back in. It's a pain in the ass, so we're going to be trying to do that moving forward, today at least. Hopefully tomorrow and the days following, everything will be a lot better. But as it stands right now, it's not fun times. Anyone got some nice game to play, movie to watch? Guys, help out Techno Roshan. He needs a nice game or a movie with a decent storyline. Is he actually just asking for, like, help with his date or something? That's pretty hilarious. Did they actually mute him? I mean, I can't see what. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Wow, this guy with the BM misclicks first, and then oh, I can't even see it because I disconnected. No. Ugh. Thank you guys for making this an interesting game. But what was that? This is not correct. Not correct at all. Dota is just completely borked. Well, not much left to do except just wait for this game to come back. Look at the high quality textures on Razor. This whip is pretty sick actually. I didn't realize this. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Look at this whip. This is insane. It's all connected by lightning. I don't know how that works, but it does. Like seriously, this whip is insane. Yeah, this match is gonna take a million years. Ride the lightning. Hello, Earthshaker. Who's a good Earthshaker? Like our Earthshaker just constantly grimacing. It's like it's painful for him to be paused. He doesn't enjoy it. Queen of Pain would enjoy it. Just because that's what she does. She enjoys the pain. She's the queen of it, in fact. Earthshaker just... I'll just leave it like that. The goal right now is to get the thumbnail of the Twitch page to be this. That'll draw all the viewers. It'll be insane. And here's a close-up on Earthshaker in his natural habitat, next to a melee creep. Come on, gotta get the thumbnail right. Pose for the picture, Earthshaker. Look pretty. Alright, Clockwork's back into this game, guys, so we might just be getting this off the ground soon enough. Come on, thumbnail. I don't know how the thumbnails on Twitch work, but I hope it worked this time. If someone could check, that would be fantastic. These VODs are going to be so annoying to go through. With pauses and stuff, and that's about it. Oh, it's time to go, guys. Exit this mode. Leave, quick. We're back in the game. It's happening. It's happening. Alright. Let's see how long this tower is going to last. Maybe you Eye of the Storm this tower so you could have it ready for high ground pushing. Because now that they took one set of axes, the game just got a lot easier for them. There goes the creep wave. Here comes a flying ghost spirit. And that's going to be in this tier 1 tower. There's no way in hell myInsanity tried to defend this. They remember what happened last time when they decided to defend the tier 1 tower over in mid and on bottom. They got wiped both times. So, here we go. They're going to go for the second tier 2 tower of the game. And it looks like they'll bowl that one down as well. This time, yes, Razor is going to use Eye of the Storm. Yeah, still has to watch out for this tree and protector. They have no sentries. Earthshaker, though, deep into the trees, has a gem. And I don't know his exact vision range, but I think he might see the Razor's beak, the arrow alive. However, the Queen of Pain found time to blink out, but here comes Nias. Gonna go to town onto Zmai, and Hua up in the trees. We'll jump forward for LeBron. Where's the gem? It's still on the Earthshaker that will bring him down to the end. Grazine now gonna trap Nias in those cogs, but he will get forced out. Still Zmai looking for blood. He'll go onto the Mirana first. He's moving so damn quickly. Sonic the Hedgehog, eat your heart out. There goes one. He's gonna catch another into fire with still moving at upwards of 528 movement speed. Had 700 for a little bit. Gonna chase Fire down, and I don't think Fire is going to escape. He's silenced up and he's taking damage. There's a hookshot in from Grazine, and that's going to be a one fight for MYI. They lose their tower, but they gain a gem. They take a great trade. They have to worry about their base because it's kind of shattered in shambles. I was like, shattered in tambles? No, it's in shambles. Zmai will teleport back in order to defend that, and it looks like that should just about be the end of that fight. I mean, HEHE, they get their 2 towers, and that's exactly what they really wanted. but they lost a little bit too much. Having the Elder Titan be a little bit too far back, having the Razor being picked off first thing, means that no one else got the benefit from that mech, and also the Queen of Pain jumped in with the Sonic Wave, hit onto 0 people because myInsanity had BKBs up. The Death Prophet got hit by it, but the Bloodseeker didn't, and I'm pretty sure well, I mean, no one else has BKB, but they didn't take much damage from it, let's just say that. There was not much damage being done, and now myInsanity, they're going to take the 4th Roshan, 3rd Roshan, not too sure. It will be another Roshan for them regardless. Aegis on Tizmai, probably, and Cheese going to the way of Milan. Aegis, did I say Roshan? I meant Bloodseeker, and then Cheese on Death Prophet. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right, even though I didn't say it, I'm correct. And now, well, myInsanity take a decent fight up top, but they have to worry about doing that exact same thing again very shortly. Really, is the stream down? Holy crap, why? No, it's fine. What the hell? Oh my god. I don't know why this stream is being such a bitch today. What the hell? This has never been a problem before. We're back, and you guys got to miss the team fight. Ha! Looking at the stream right now, that sucks. But I have no control over this. I don't know what's going on. This has never happened to me before, ever. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going as per normal, but there's sincerest apologies, guys. There is nothing I could do about this. I will not be broadcasting anymore today. I will just be piggybacking off of someone else's internet connection. But Eye of the Storm now going to be committed down bottom lane. myInsanity want to make a defense of this. Gem on the Tree and Protector is going to lead the charge, and Missile from the side. Going to reveal positioning. There's the Rupture on the Queen of Pain, though she's in a fantastic position. Fissure to Protector as well. LeBron getting zapped down first thing. He's going to throw the Overgrowth, but he's going to not get much out of it as the BKBs do get popped. Earth Splitter now going to pull back Zmai and do so much damage. Here comes to the side Grazine, but Zmai going to get hit with the Sonic Wave. That's going to be the Aegis down. Echo Slam being committed only onto Milan. Won't do too much damage. The Spirits still going onto fire. Zmai wants back into this fight, moving at upwards of 650 movement speed, and he's going to get tagged with an arrow. Hook shot downwards, though. Who's it going to catch? It's going to catch a whole bunch of heroes in the corner. Grazine looking for the kill on the Queen of Pain. Does blink out, though. Chip also on the way out. Fire should be able to survive as well. Everyone from HEHE survives except for the Queen of Pain, who's still silenced, still has vision. She's going to be the only casualty. They don't even get the tower this time. myInsanity, they're fighting back very, very well. And now they're probably going to look to crack back. They don't have a ultimate from Death Prophet, but still the Bloodseeker's doing a lot of damage, and HEHE, they're just not lining their ultimates up like they did before. Obviously, when you line your ultimates up, it is kind of unpredictable how the team fights are going to progress. But myInsanity just getting a little bit more of a sure thing in their team fights. Like, hookshot in is hard to miss, and even if he does, it'll be up soon enough. Overgrowth is a very low cooldown as well. So they have skills that a team that doesn't rely on as much on those ultimates. That's going to mean that they take fights a little bit easier, and they are going to have a lot more flexibility in taking those fights, when and where. So now, HEHE, after losing 2 fights in a row, will they back off for a little bit more, or are they going to keep pushing into this? They have a Refresher Orb in the works for Techno, but that's about it. And since the Tambles, god damn it, everyone's caught the Tambles. But yeah, everyone, yeah, we're still going to be okay, I think, for this stream, because it seems like OBS, the Twitch delay is keeping it alive, so that's good. But Elder Titan with the Heaven's Halberd has been landing okay Earth Splitters, but really it's hard to land it because before he's been setting them up with his own personal stomp, and those just haven't been landing anymore. myInsanity has been getting the good initiation at the right time, and Four Staves are not really the heroes of HEHE. They are, for whatever reason, reliant on their ultimates. Like, it's not a team that's super reliant on their ultimates. Like, they don't have a Tidehunter or an Enigma or anything like that, and that's fine. But they're still reliant on their ultimates enough to the fact that myInsanity will have the advantage of fighting at all times. And that's a very slight advantage in the team comps. Death Prophet's ultimate is, you know, kind of that way, but she's been saving it, and really, it's hard to mess up your Death Prophet ultimate, especially when you have a Bloodseeker to chase people down and a Spider-Man Clockwork to chase people down as well. But HEHE, they're just going to go in again. And, well, Sonic Wave is going to kill all but one poor range creep. HEHE, they're going to wait for 40 seconds, wait for this cooldown to come back, but I don't know if just running in headlong into the enemy team is worth it anymore. I mean, clearly they can't take fights unless they get the positioning advantage. They have the Hex and the Queen of Pain, but they've been unable to use it because Bloodseeker has always been the one to dive in first. And that's hard because Bloodseeker has BKB, and if you Hex him and try to focus him down, he's stacked now. He has 2 Hyperstones in his inventory, in the Mjolnir and the Assault Cuirass, plus the Sanjin Yasha still working for him. Looks like he did ship out the Blade Mail in exchange for armor that is going to smash a little bit harder in that Assault. And he has the Cheese, which he's had since the last Roshan. Now with the Haste Rune on him, I'm pretty sure Haste Rune will just cap out his move speed at 522, and then that'll be amplified by Thirst. So he's going to be moving really freaking quickly. Still, the Rax advantage is in favor of HEHE, as Sonic Wave is going to be thrown every which way to try to gain more map control with the creep momentum, and try to pick someone off. I mean, if Zmai runs into this, then if he gets Hex, it's not a big deal. Really, it's the Earthshaker that he's got to be scared of. But top lane is pushing just a little bit. It's not really something that's going to worry myInsanity at all. I mean, it'll force them back from doing anything that they really want to do, but that's fine, because they kind of look like they want to play it slowly. The Bloodseeker has one more item slot to fill with a Cheese, and then maybe he'll break the Sanjin Yasha and pick up something else. I mean, he's holding the Sanjin Yasha partially because of the movement speed, but usually Eye of Skadi is seen as just the objective upgrade to Sanjin Yasha, because it gives you more stats and everything like that. It gives you that slow on every hit instead of just occasionally with the maim. The only thing it doesn't give you is the movement speed, so whether or not he wants to ship that item out for an upgrade, it's kind of questionable. It's up to him mostly. He also has the Cheese to eventually eat and then pick up another item. As far as items are concerned, not really too concerned about the right clicks, I don't think, so maybe a little bit of lifesteal on Bloodseeker. It's kind of weird to say because Bloodseeker does have that Bloodbath, and it might be, one can probably construe it as lifesteal overkill, I guess. But when most of the damage is coming out from magical and other sources, getting a Butterfly for evasion, it'll only block Elder Titan hits for the most part, and Razor. Actually, Butterfly won't be too terrible. I wouldn't mind a Butterfly for him. It'll give him a lot more attack speed, or maybe just going for a crit or something like that. Either way, this Bloodseeker is going to be 6-slotted very shortly, and that's pretty damn scary, because when was the last time you saw a 6-slotted Bloodseeker in a pro game, or a game that isn't a random pub? They don't happen all the time, because Bloodseeker isn't chosen frequently, and also when he is, usually the team just loses. But rarely ever does the game get this long, and we're going to get the privilege of seeing a very, very farmed Bloodseeker in this game. I don't really know where he goes from here, but he is pretty much capped out on top of the net worth. Queen of Pain not too far behind him. She does have Boots of Child to pick up herself, as well as a TP scroll to ship out. I think the Queen of Pain has to be transitioning into a more of a damage role as well. Shiva's Guard, Aghanims, I mean, that's all great and everything, but oh my god. No, we're good. We're good. We're still... No! Oh my god. Guys. Guys. We're back. We're back, guys. This is the worst cast I've ever done in my frickin' life. Holy shit. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, it's, mic on in Dota TV. Oh, my mic should be on in Dota TV. Got the open mic and everything, so if it's not transmitting in Dota TV, blame the fact that my internet is crapping out and I'm constantly disconnecting. So, it's not my fault. It's Dota's fault and my internet's fault, and I have no control over that. Looks like Elder Titan going to get a big item in the Reaver. Should be a Heart of Tarrasque for him. With that and Assault Cuirass, he's going to be nigh unkillable for the myInsanity side. Though Bloodseeker still is able to chop through it, it'll take a little while longer. And really, with Bloodseeker, you want to be picking off all the weak heroes and then going for the strong hero. Keep yourself alive while going for the weak heroes, then, so you could, in the end, duel with maxed out Blood Rage, or you're going to be hitting like a truck. So still, myInsanity with Arax down. It's not going to have that much of an impact, since Bloodseeker does have so much damage and so much clearing with that Mjolnir. He'll be able to solo up against pretty much Mega Creeps at this point, honestly. Bloodseeker versus 3 waves of Mega Creeps is pretty viable because he does have that Bloodbath, as well as the Chain Lightning from Maelstrom. And if things get really hairy, he'll just ship out a little bit of gold for Battle Fury. And once that happens, there's no way even Mega Creeps can get through the base of myInsanity without substantial help from the heroes. So, it's a really nice position for myInsanity to be in, being racks down. Really, they can't ask for a much better position. The Elder Titan's transitioning into a full-on smashy carry build, which I do like from this stage of the game from the Elder Titan. Once he gets his heart, he'll be very unkillable, and it looks like he will be getting that soon enough. And no, it's going to be just a Lincoln Sphere instead for the Queen of Pain. I guess wants to protect herself against that silence, and she will pick it up right now. But that means she's going to be fairly ignorable during these fights. She's gone for a full-on initiation slash supporty kind of build. I know, guys. I know my internet is absolutely terrible, and I don't know what's going on. But we're just gonna try to struggle through this game. For whatever reason, this game is going to last for a million years, and it's the same game where we have the same game where we have internet problems. So if only this was the 30-minute game, you know, one of those games where it's in and out within a matter of minutes. But of course, they had to choose this one to take forever, right? It had to be this one. Mirana, still with the 4 staff, and Vlad hasn't picked up much of anything herself. Farming for Mirana has pretty much been non-existent. Well, Shaker we do have holding an ultimate orb. Nice little stat boost for him, but I think it's most likely going to be aiming towards a sheep stick. If you get a sheep stick on your Earthshaker, you're most likely going to be in a very happy position. And Satanic is actually going to be on him for Nias. I don't mind this at all. I mean, the heart is fantastic, but when you're hitting this hard and this fast, and he's hitting 300 damage a pop, that's a lot of lifesteal. Turns that on, he'll be pretty much as good position as you could possibly want. Also, the Professor Orb completed on the Razor with Bloodseeker. He is moving at max movement speed due to the Sanjinyasha and the Boats of Travels, and now he's going to open up onto fire. Where's the silence? 4 staff out from the Earthshaker. Not a good idea. Zmai get hexed up, but he does have the cheese, taking a lot of damage, but he should be able to cheese and pop the EKB and just go to town onto Razor. Damage stolen by Razor. It is a good amount, but I don't think it's enough. There's the Overgrowth. Milan to the side, going to town with the ultimate. They're going to blow up Razor with the Skywrath ultimate, and now they're going to try to go for this Elder Titan. Completely surrounded. Where did the rest of his team go? Who is he going to wake up? Is he going to wake up anyone? The Death Prophet has woken up. Here comes Grazine. Will hookshot onto the Elder Titan. He's caught in the cogs now. He's going to lifesteal up and just duel up against Grazine, but he is eventually going to lose because he can't get his hands on anyone. In the meantime, Milan running interference for the rest of the team. Buyback from the Razor, but he's not going to rejoin this fight. They're going to lose the Elder Titan, and mid lane from myInsanity not going to cooperate with this pushing timing. They're going to have to teleport back, but they take another decent fight as they do take a forced buyback out of the Razor, and they kill off the Elder Titan through the evasion, through the Satanic. This game is razor thin, and I would rather it not be that case because of all these internet troubles that we're having, but it's fine. It's still entertaining Dota, at least a little bit. Roshan is going to be the next objective. This might be cheese number 2 for the Bloodseeker. Aegis is going to be... Actually, I think it's probably better than cheese on the Bloodseeker, so you might want to pick that one up. But either way, it's going to be another free Aegis and cheese. He's hitting so damn hard with that Blood Rage, giving him another 200 damage. That's pretty freaking insane right now. Cheese is on the floor, and it looks like Zmai is going to prepare himself for picking up that Aegis. And it should be a pretty easy one, as HEHE without their Elder Titan, they really can't afford to fight. It's just not going to end well. So Zmai going to pick that one up for himself. I still would like to see a Basher from him, but it looks like that's not going to be on the docket, at least for the game. According to Dota, the game has been going for an hour and 30. That's the kind of time I have, I guess. 28 to 27, and now we hit the hour mark. So we are sitting pretty in this game. Skywrath Mage with the exact same build as Mirana, except this Skywrath Mage has 4,000 gold in the bank. Victor has enough to send his children to college. Actually, probably college and med school. This dude is loaded. Am I going to get tagged with an arrow over on mid? But really, these are just fishing, and these aren't going to last for very long. Leech Seed heal and killing off all these creeps with a Bloodbath. And also, since Bloodbath is a percentage base, since these creeps are, I believe, have a lot more HP, 850 versus 650, yeah, they do give more health to the Bloodseeker, which I guess is kind of convenient for him. But this game is going to continue on. Somebody end this game so I could get out of this broadcasting slot. This is not fun. Queen of Pain, I think... the Aghanim Scepter is great and everything, but I think it might have just run its course. Like, at a certain point, you're attacking fast enough with all your stat growth that if you want to clear off a creep wave, you pick up a Mjolnir and you ship out the Aghanims. You lose a little bit of life, but with Sheepstick as well as Shiva's, life shouldn't be that much of a concern for you. So it should be probably a little bit more useful for her. It'll give her a lot more sustained damage, though dueling up against the Bloodseeker is going to always be difficult no matter who you are. The only chance of winning a fight, I would say, is if they isolate and annihilate the Bloodseeker. That's a little bit difficult. They're going to jump in for mid lane, perhaps. Milan going to get spotted with the Astral Spirit. Arrow will be dodged. The creep wave will be annihilated by that rocket flare. Now the stomp is in, and HEHE, they just can't make anything happen anymore. Suddenly it's myInsanity that had to make things happen along the map, which is pretty interesting to see. This game has been swung every which way. Say ultimate look at how this game is going. 5,000 is nothing. Like 60 minutes into the game, that advantage is pretty much negligible. So this game's still on the edge of a knife. We'll see who gets to stab it first, because it looks like myInsanity, they're going to go down mid. They have the Aegis active. They have Exorcism available. Death Pop with a heart and a cheese is going to be damn near impossible for HEHE to kill without a lot of focus fire. This time the random AoE ultimates is not going to do it. It's really how they've been winning the fights thus far, just a lot of AoE ultimates, and now Force Staff out with their Bloodseeker will get tagged with an arrow, though Hua gets thrown up into the air, trying to force out a BKB, this Death Prophet, but it's not going to happen. Zmai still on the front lines with the Aegis. It's going to want to go in as quickly as possible, as they do have another creep wave incoming. Sonic Waves, though, should pretty much obliterate these creep waves every single time. There's a fissure going to fly, and the creep wave's gone. myInsanity, if they're not going to support their creep wave in, they're pretty much wasting their time here. They have a nice opportunity to push, but really there's no timing that they're hitting right now. It's pretty much they just want to push, which is okay and everything, but Aegis will time out in 3 minutes, so they have to bust at the high ground soon enough. Otherwise, they're just wasting their time. This might be it if they pipe up the wave. LeBron just waiting for that to happen. There we go. They're probably going to pipe up the wave after taking a little bit of damage. This Echo Stomp is there. Arrow going to fly into Zmai, and he's still slowed down. Sonic Wave as well. Zmai taking quite a bit of damage, but he has Aegis, so he doesn't really care. BKB from the Razor, but he's not going to get much done with that. The Exorcism is popped, so now is myInsanity's time to go. Blink forward from Hua. Going to try to go for Zmai, but that's just the Aegis. Not a big deal. He will get Force Staff back into Grazine, actually missing the hookshot because of it. Aegis is now popped. The Grazine is BKB. Will get drained down really quickly by the Razor, but he will get Force Staffed away, and now the Mystic Flare onto the Razor won't kill him off. 100 HP. Concussive Shot will kill him off, in fact, and now Echo Slam going to be committed onto the Death Prophet. She has a cheese. She will pop it immediately. Looks like the Bloodseeker still in the back end, looking for someone to kill, has no rupture anymore. Razor, and that's about it. They still don't. They don't have any more Exorcism, and another jump forward from Hua, but he doesn't have another sheep available. Crypt Swarm, and another arrow's gonna land. These arrows have been landing so frequently. Now Sonic Wave gonna be thrown onto Zmai. He doesn't have the Aegis now, and he will be brought down. Nice pick off for HEHE. Can they make anything happen after this? Grazine still going to be focused down, but the damage from HEHE with these 3 heroes not going to be enough. Where's the Elder Titan? He's down on bottom lane dealing with that. Force Staff out from Hua, can keep himself alive. Has another Sheep Stick. The Enchant Totem actually going to kill off one in the Clockwork, and then the Mirana with the Stars going to kill off the other. myInsanity, they push way too aggressively, and they get punished. I love that they tried to end this game, but now HEHE on the crackback. The Elder Titan's down on bottom. He's going to clear that one out fairly slowly, in fact, because he doesn't have any cleave or chain lightning or anything like that. But still, this game is going to continue. HEHE taking a slightly better fight in that last one. And now with Boots of Travels up on Queen of Pain, she could rejoin this fight in mid. With only Death Prophet, with no Exorcism and a Treant, this could be HEHE's opportunity to make something happen. However, they don't have the Elder Titan. Does he have Travels? He doesn't. Oh, they're going to get their Hex onto Milan, but this is a Death Prophet with a Heart, with Bloodstone and Shivas. She's taking next to no damage. It's going to just be tier 4s. This is going to be a waste of time, ultimately, for HEHE. I mean, they have another nice chunk of time where they can make something happen, but taking up this tier 3 really isn't going to be what they want to do. Elder Titan is unable to, if they had the Elder Titan, then this would have been just an easy smash and grab of another set of Raxes, but Elder Titan had his hands full in the bottom lane, and that means that he can't join this fight, and unfortunately for everyone, this means that the game is going to continue. Oh man, Elder Titan, he needs to buy those Travels. 65 minutes of the game, you have a Yasha, doesn't matter. Keep the Yasha, movement speed is always nice. Get those Travels, because he needs to be able to contribute to his team no matter what. There they are. Probably going to sell the Power Treads and pick those up, so he's still probably going to be sitting on close to buyback gold. Not quite. So, yes, sell out the Treads, buy the Boots of Travels, there you go. Now he could actually make a play happen, but they missed their chance. I mean, Bloodseeker is alive again, and he's going to go for Evasion in the Butterfly. He's going to pick that one up, just straight by it, because why the hell not? This Bloodseeker is now officially 6-slotted. Still, I think selling the Shanji Yasha, picking up a Abyssal Blade will be the way to go. But still, oh man, 66 minutes into the game, and the items, they're still slowly coming up, as Earthshaker does pick up his Blinken Sphere. I don't really know what the Earthshaker could do anymore. Really, another Sheep or another Disable of some kind is going to be the most useful for them. But really, the game is pretty much firmly in control of the Bloodseeker. and the Elder Titan, I want to say. These two heroes are going to be depicting or taking the pace of the game. There's no huge team fight ultimates. At least the team fight ultimates that are on the table right now are no longer what makes the fight happen. Like Sonic Wave is nice if they hit onto 3, but really it's going to be how long can the Elder Titan survive in the fight? How long can the Bloodseeker survive in the fight? If the answer to those questions is long, whoever has the longer survival time is going to be probably taking the fight and eventually taking the Raxes. Techno Roshan up in the front lines has an Eye of the Storm. This is a full health tier 2 tower though. It's not going to last very long. That minus armor of -5 is going to obliterate the tower, and yeah, that should be it. Easy peasy. Now they're going to go for it again. They have another minute before the Eye of the Storm is going to be fully back. They can refresh it and just go for it, and they are going to do it. BKB, refresh, and another Eye of the Storm. This is double Eye of the Storm for only a little while, but he will be able to burn it down quite a bit after this fortification with the Assault Cuirass minus armor. However, the Assault Cuirass is actually gone. Techno's going to get ruptured up. Lincoln Sphere a little bit too late. He will pop up the BKB and dispel that overgrowth, but he's still going to town on that Rax. Is Mai going to charge in and try to focus down this Razor? This will be one kill for him. Who else does the Bloodseeker want to face off against? He's going to dodge the Echo Stomp, but he may not dodge the Earth Splitter. It will connect onto 2. Now the Elder Titan going to go toe-to-toe with the Bloodseeker. Fissure going to put them in their own nice little arena, but the Mystic Flare, as well as the Exorcism, making it very difficult for Knights to escape. He's going to try to boots or travel out. The Cogs will disrupt that. Elder Titan down, and now they're going to focus on whoever they can get their hands on. Looks like the answer is going to be no one. Still, the mid lane is being pushed for HEHE, so myInsanity are going to struggle to make a push happen off of this. But they will be able to clear these out easily enough, and Elder Titan, he does have buyback, and the Razor, he should have buyback as well. So it's 2 kills going the way of myInsanity, but the game is going to continue. They actually catch Chip out. Somehow they chase this guy down. They have a Yule Scepter. They should. No, they don't. Force Staff on the low ground. Mirana will escape successfully. myInsanity, now they're going to look to force buybacks. They're going to barrel down the mid lane and try to get something out of it. They probably won't force the buyback out of the Razor. He'll be alive by the time the creep wave gets here, but definitely the Elder Titan is going to have to buy back if anyone buys back at all. In the meantime, top lane, Hua is going to try to split push this one. Queen of Pain with next to no damage though. No damage items in your inventory, making this very slow process. And, well, they actually do catch up to Mirana as they do initiate up on top Grazine with the hook shot, but he's now trapped in his own cogs. He's also hexed up. Hua's going to run out of the BKB and force staff out from Grazine. Another cog pushback onto Hua, and he's going to be forced out. Buyback is forced from the Elder Titan, and ultimately the score sits at 31-31. This game is still razor thin. Oh man, we're still going, guys. We are still going. 8,000 freaking gold on Queen of Pain. Her build has just got to change, right? Like, the Sonic Wave is just not cutting it anymore. What do you get rid of? You definitely refresh your BKB. That's what you do first. And she's listening to me. Look at that. Well done. Other than that, other 6-slotted heroes include, but are not limited to, Death Prophet has 6 slots, although Boots of Travel can be an upgrade. Bloodseeker as well. Elder Titan, Queen of Pain. Elder Titan is almost fully 6-slotted. Has 300 gold because he was forced to buy back, so he has a dead Yasha in his inventory, which could be replaced out with something a little bit better. Heaven's Halberd, I think he wants to keep so that he could duel up against the Bloodseeker. So, yeah, this game is still going to continue. We're still going. ZZZ, Resident Sleeper. Sheepstick on Skywrath Mage. That's what the 4,000 gold is for. If these supports can pick up key items like Sheepsticks, and I think nothing but Sheepsticks will cut it at this point for supports, and that'll be huge. Like, Lincoln Sphere and the Earthshaker is all well and good, but Bloodseeker doesn't give 2 shits about whether or not you have a Lincoln Sphere. He doesn't give a damn. He cares whether or not you have a Hex. That's dangerous. But other than that, it's not going to be a factor. Like, Mirana, if she picked up a Hex and Earthshaker, then really the game comes down to who gets better Hexes. And then, again, the team fights are going to be so reliant on having buybacks and taking better positions in fights and focusing down people. Bloodseeker going to ship out his Sanjin Yasha and pick up the 5th, 6th Aegis of the game, something like that. I mean, good times for this Bloodseeker. He's going to be very survivable in these fights. I think he needs an MKB to deal with this Heaven's Halberd on the Elder Titan if he really wants to duel up against him. But if he doesn't want to go for that, then Basher, as I said before, into Abyssal Blade, or an Eye of Scotty. So right now, Rupture is pretty much just like a blink canceling tool. It doesn't actually do any damage anymore, like not really. It'll go through BKB and everything, but the damage it does is subpar, to say the best. myInsanity, they're going to look for a pickoff. They still got Grazine in the area with the Aghanim's. So anyone who's out of position can get hookshot. It looks like it's going to be down the mid lane again, really? Okay, well, buyback is up for the Bloodseeker even after buying a straight Daedalus. Echo Slam, Echo Stomp. Echo Stomp, right? Yeah, we have Echo Stomp and Echo Slam. I guess you got to make a distinction somewhere, right? Gonna thin the creep wave. They did pipe the wave, but it's not gonna do that much. Sonic Wave gonna blow it all up, and now Fissure. Denied. Fun game right here, guys. Fun game. This isn't even like an epic 71-minute game long. 71-minute game. It's just like a 71-minute game. myInsanity, they're still going to try to crack this high ground, but I don't know how long this is actually going to last for them. They throw the Queen of Pain up into the air. They get a hookshot in with Techno Roshan. Can they focus down this Razor? He has a BKB, and he's going to rearm and focus on his Eye of the Storm, but he is silenced for now. They do take out the Clockwork, who dove in way too aggressively. Overgrowth onto 2, but it's not really going to be followed up with anything because My can't get in there because of the Cogs. Now he's going to get hexed up. Has an Aegis. He will take a Sonic Wave straight to the face, but doesn't really care about that just yet. Techno Rocker still alive with the Eye of the Storms active. Fire going to jump forward for Fissure onto Milan, slowing him down, but he's going to force it out because of that Blood Rage. Techno Rocker still alive. Will kill off Victor. myInsanity have lost 4. The Aegis is going to bring My back into the fight, but he's very, very vulnerable. He's taking so much damage with that Spirit Aura, and he's going to be brought down as well. Milan, the last one alive. He's trying to book it out of there with leap movement speed. They should have another Hex shortly, or at least Shadow Strike to slow him down. Fissure to slow him down even further. The Spirit health isn't going to do enough, and HEHE get a complete team wipe. myInsanity, you guys better have buybacks, because if you don't, this could be bad. Bloodseeker and Death Prophet both have it, but Death Prophet does not have her ultimate. Bottom lane is fully pushing now, and, well, myInsanity, they're forced to buy back. Can they 2v5? I don't think that is a real answer because they shouldn't be able to. Although Bloodseeker still is certainly stacked. He got obliterated in that last fight, and now he's going to get sheeped up. Disarmed as well. He's going to be forced to book it, but now we have pigs everywhere. Someone call the zoo. Their pigs are on the loose. Or the farm. I guess zoos don't really have pigs. They have types of pigs, warthogs and such, but now they're going to go for the melee Raxes. With Hua running interference, this should be a second set of Raxes going the way of HEHE. But again, this game isn't over until the throne is down. Bloodseeker can clear creeps like nobody's business, but if he gets sheeped up again, he has no buyback and he will be brought down. There's the Echo Slam being committed onto My. He's going to be burst down Sonic Wave. If he gets a cheese though, he will be alive for just a little while longer. He's going to pop the BKB, but the Elder Titan is there, hitting him with the big crits, and he's going to bring him down. LeBron also going to be focused down. He's down, and now jump forward from Hua. There's no Earth Splitter being committed just yet, but Hua's going to go 1v2. He's taking no damage because the Exorcism still is not up. Arrow going to fly, will connect onto the Death Prophet. Can they bring this hero down? If they bring this Death Prophet down, that will just simply be a GG. Razor going to close in, try to draw some damage from the Death Prophet. Eel Cyclone not going to help the Death Prophet for very long, but Victor is going to be the only one ultimately hurt by that. Whipped down by Techno Roshan, and now Grazine in the middle of a whole mess of heroes. He's going to be focused down as well, with Death Prophet taking another arrow to the face. This is most certainly going to be GG. 74 minutes into the game, and we have a GG call, guys. Oh my god, I am so sorry for all the interruptions. I'm going to get off HeflaTV 2. There might be someone else who's going to jump on and take game number 2, but it will not be me broadcasting, so you probably won't have to worry about these internet troubles. I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless, and that is going to be it for game number 1 between HEHE and myInsanity. We're going to move on to game number 2 shortly, although I don't think it's going to be who's handling it. If you did enjoy it, hit that follow button. We're going to be right back for game number 2, I think, but stay tuned regardless. GG, guys.